So I'm Dr. Jennifer Phillips, and I'm the Chief Medical Officer for the UNM Medical Group. I'm a professor in the Department of Family and Community Medicine. I grew up in Peralta and went to Peralta Elementary. Went to different middle schools and intermediate schools near Los Lunas and graduated from Los Lunas High School in 1993. Had done band that whole time since I was probably middle school, I guess, and thought I would probably get a band scholarship and go to UNM for a band scholarship, but actually got a presidential scholarship. And so that actually was one of the first peaks into leadership for me. For the first year I studied Russian history, and it wasn't until I took Brain and Behavior, which is a psychology class, and Biology 101, just as regular prerequisites, that I thought, I think I want to go to medical school. The presidential scholarship to me was such a big deal because it really granted me this opening towards being able to do what I wanted to do and not necessarily have any restrictions on what I studied. And I hadn't really thought about it until I got that scholarship. And it also validated me as a scholar and an academic and somebody that was smart enough to do other things. And I don't know that I would have considered medical school in the same way had I not gotten that scholarship. I don't think there was as many scholarships as there are now back then, and so this was a really big deal for me. And you know, I did apply out of state and got some small scholarships, but nothing like a full ride plus books plus, with presidential scholarship at UNM, and it really influenced my whole life. And then I stayed on for medical school. I've had many leadership opportunities and titles over the years. When I first started as assistant professor in family medicine, I actually was the medical director at the UNM Southeast Heights Clinic, which is a hospital clinic. I was medical director for 10 years there. And any opportunities, presidential scholarship or other scholarships for New Mexicans to be able to increase their education. It's one of these social determinants or upstream drivers of health. So specifically, if there was one thing we could do for the world, it would be educate people. And so the presidential scholarship in my mind is that. It's allowing people who may not have an opportunity or a way to get a higher education to do that, and to maybe have an opportunity like me to think about how they could do a service job in medicine or law or other service professions, nursing, education, being a teacher. I feel really proud to be part of the legacy of the presidential scholarship. I still have my letter. It's special enough to me that I have it in my one box of things that I would grab if my house is burning down, which I hope it never will. It just means a ton to have had this opportunity that opened up my ability to choose what I wanted to study, which changed in time throughout my undergrad career, which led me into medicine, which led me into other leadership roles. And I think it's a big enough gift for people that they don't ever forget about it. It's something that they really, it's part of their identity, They were a presidential scholar, and it makes a difference.